Hey guys, welcome back to another art tutorial video, and today we're going to be going over post-processing, or kind of finishing off and polishing your art. And today I'm joined again by Erelai Art.
Hello.
And we are going over one of her art pieces, a Pokemon character. Which Pokemon is it?
Jumpluff.
Jumpluff. Jumpluff?
Jumpluff.
Jumpluff. Okay, Jumpluff. And it's not quite finished, right? So, as we went over in one of in the first kind of digital art for beginners video, right? When you're kind of finishing off your art, you sort of zoom in and go over all the details, like, you know, making sure that you haven't made any mistakes, making sure the line, all the colors are within the line art that you spent tons of time doing, all that kind of stuff, right? Color dodge, adding some nice, you know, color over your, like a wash, some lighting over your picture, things like that, and a background. And today you've prepared some questions,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So, what have you got first?
Sometimes I have drawn it and then I start to color it and I see that the lines aren't perfect, so I go to the line art and I erase it, but then when I go back to color it, it's leaving like a white space where the line used to be, like on that pink one right there.
Ah, I see what you mean, right here.
Yeah, it won't let me color there now.
So if I grab another layer, let's grab like a red, so I can like circle these things. So you're meaning this?
Yes.
This here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's happened here is on your line art layer here, you've gone to erase it without unlocking the layer.
Oh.
And so what Photoshop does is when you go to erase something that's already locked, it erases what's there but replaces it with white, essentially,
Yeah.
instead of getting rid of it. So what you need to do is unlock your layer here, grab the eraser tool, and then now you can...
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, for you guys at home, just make sure that if you're locking your layers, like, at least if you're following the kind of work process that we went over in the beginner video, and you do your line art this way, and you kind of lock your layers. I just like locking my layers because I'm always worried I'm clicked on the wrong layer, and then I'll start doing stuff on different layers, and it'll just start getting chaotic and not organized, right? And so here, Erelai Art is doing a really good job of organizing her layers into the shading. The line art's at the top, so it's above all of the coloring, and it's locked. So just make sure if you're going to edit it, just to unlock it.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted to change the mouth on it. Because I wanted it to have more of a cat curvature. So if I want to do that, I would unlock the line art, draw it, erasing that line, and then I would go back to the color side and color it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, and also one other thing just for everyone else, when you're changing the color of your line art, just keep it locked, because you can, you know, I think we went over this in the other video, but this is just the kind of opposite, right? So you leave it locked and you color it with a color, not erase.
Yeah.
But if you erase, of course, it'll do the white. Okay?
So, for example, if I wanted to make the eyes have no outline, just to be fully red eyes, how would I go about that?
So you'd unlock the layer and you'd just... Oh, what's going on? Oh, I see what's happened here. So you've done the layers, the color layers, by selecting inside the line art.
Yeah.
So what you'd need to do here is actually just lock it and grab the color of the eyes and then color over like this.
Yeah.
Right? Now it will leave a little kind of barrier between the flat color and the line art, but that's really easy just to go in and quickly, you know, go over. It's no biggie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Cool. But even if you want to, like, obviously that doesn't look like supernatural, or, you know, so you can go in with a slightly darker color and just, you know, make it, you know, blend in, not just with the black. And that already looks really good, right?
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah. Cool.
My next part, it was about color dodge, and how do you decide what color to use for color dodge?
Okay, so the way that I decide my colors for color dodge is I always do my background first, and even if that's just a base wash color, like, you know, I always use the light kind of blues, like that. I'll just add the
The whites to the eyes.
Yes, I do this as well.
Whoops.
Yeah, so just add that. So you can already kind of see that there's like a little bit of a wash here, and then that just having white and then adding color dodge, I don't like doing that normally, unless it's a very dark image, but I always add just the background so then I can kind of see what I want to do with it.
That was actually one of my other questions, is how do you add the background? Do you just put it on a layer and then drag it behind everything?
Yeah. Or you can just color over your, like sometimes you have like a white layer above. I always duplicate the Control J or Command J on Mac. I always duplicate the background layer, just so there's another flat white layer there, just in case I accidentally draw on it. Yeah. So let me just fix this for a second. Alright. So now we can grab the airbrush tool, which is the best kind of brush for color dodge, because you kind of want it to be like a nice natural light. So lighting isn't hard, it's always soft, unless it's kind of, you know, there's like a building in the way and it's making the light really, really jagged, or through trees, leaves. Yeah. So let's grab this airbrush, just make it a little bit bigger. I like to use quite a large size just because lighting is not really small. It's usually just this huge wash. And then one thing I always do is I right click my my color layers and I duplicate them into another group, and then I merge them into one layer. I lock it, turn off the old layers, like, because this is your backup, and then I drag this layer under the line art. Sometimes it's okay to have your color dodge over the line art, but here it's under. And then color dodge, shift, go down to the bottom of the layer and this will appear, click. And what this does is creates a clipping mask kind of over this layer. So you can only draw in this selection, the selection of the layer, right? It's like locking the line art and painting over the line art, except it's on a separate layer above it.
Wow.
So that's a clipping mask. And now you've got your color dodge on. So for choosing the color dodge, you want to go for natural colors. So you can go with a nice orange, you know, that'll give it a nice sunshiny look, you know. Ooh. Wow, that's kind of
like
cool.
I haven't shaded this picture yet properly, you know, but it'll look so nice if I have that.
Yeah,
wow,
so like,
I love it.
Yeah, it looks great, right? It just gives it that really natural look. You can also go for the very cool, you know, if there's water under them, you know, it just always looks nice, right?
Yeah, it does.
It's the best way to finish off an image. You can even go for some crazy lighting, maybe some pink. So there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
And we'll probably cover that in another video. But yeah, that's basically how you, when you're almost finished, that's what you do.
And then my last question is, how do I add my signature into the picture?
Oh, how do you add your signature?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is probably one of the last things you do, right, when you're kind of finishing off. So what I always do is, instead of kind of doing that before I'm completely finished, I will save a copy of my art as a JPEG, right? So it flattens everything. All the picture, the kind of art, everything is done. The color dodge is done. The line art's done, right? The colors are done. All of that's finished. I make the JPEG. I open the JPEG in Photoshop, and then I know that I've got all of those layers as one single layer now. That's just my drawing. And then I duplicate that, and then I do some extra touch-ups, like filters that actual photographers use on their art. Then I know that I'm finished with it completely because it's all on one layer, then just the adjustments. And then this is what I do. Just imagine this is the sort of the JPEG opened, right?
Yeah.
So all we've got here is one layer for the entire drawing, and then an adjustment layer, like a filter or whatever. And then I just grab the text box, drag it and make a little selection, and then I draw, or write rather, my signature. And then I just sort of play around with it. And we actually designed your signature a while ago for one of your, well, not too long ago actually, for your writing. And then what you want to do is you want to rasterize it once you're happy with the font. And this just turns it into a layer rather than a text layer. Okay? And then that way you can actually just lock it, and you can go, oh, I like this pink. Like that. Right? Like with the line art. And then you can add another things, put another layer above. You know, your signature's got that nice love heart in it, right? Like that. Yeah, so like that.
Awesome. Yeah, that's all of my questions.
Yeah, so Yeah, I think that's quite good. That kind of covers the base, sort of finishing off. Like, there are obviously other things that we can go over in future, but this was just a quick tips video, and I know you had some questions that you wanted answered that some other people might have after the sort of beginner video. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
See you.
Bye.